Hi, it's Yakuza. Nice of Guinevere pilot just dropped and wow. It was everything I wanted from the show and it completely blew me out of the sky. Like here's me and just me getting blown out of the sky. Oh my freaking goodness. Everyone who worked on the show really put their effort in and it shows. I really hope the series continues and we really get to see how the show unfolds because there is like a lot in this show. There's a lot. This is more than you can even think of. You don't even know. You don't even know yet. But I do know. Let me shut up. Nah, but for real, let me continue because with this pilot, there's a lot of lore, mysteries, and Easter eggs packed in. And we have to break it down because there's so much more going on than it seems. It honestly feels overwhelming once you start noticing like everything, and this is just the first episode. So yeah, I'll definitely be making more follow-up videos as we dive deeper. This will be the first in a series of videos that I will go over every single question and every single theory when it comes to Knights of Guinevere. Today, I'm focusing on the parks, but later I will talk about Frankie and Gwen and Andy. And I'll probably make Frankie and Gwen the same video because they both have a lot in common. But for now, let's just focus on the parks. The parks are really important to this series. They're basically the center of the story. So it's important to understand what's going on with them first. The episode opens with Olivia walking through Park Planet, with a narration we hear from the trailer about a girl being trapped in a tower. Before this episode, we haven't heard any other voices yet, so I was assuming that it was Olivia narrating, but after listening closely, I actually don't think that's the case. Gwen's voice in this episode sounds super similar, and honestly, I think the narration is Gwen, not Olivia. That would make way more sense since Gwen wants to escape Park Planet. Olivia, on the other hand, she wants to keep her there. So yeah, I think that it's really just Gwen narrating here. It's just confusing because their voices sound so alike. Plus, Gwen's voice sounds more enlightened, while Olivia sounds more cold and emotionless. And she's so freaking weird, man. She's so... Bro, she looks like Wednesday Addams, bro. Like, I don't know, dog. There's something wrong with her, man. Man, I hate this Anyways, I'm gonna go on a whole theory about Olivia's upbringing just later on, but let's just stay on track. We also get the scene where Orb tells Olivia everything in the park could be hers. She just has to embrace it and let go of the past, clearly referencing to her mom. If you notice in like the whole entire episode, her mom is pretty much missing. You can tell it from like a little picture they had hanging over there and you know, stuff like that. There's been a lot of speculation about what happened to Olivia's family. Personally, I don't think that she's dead because the way Orb says it is just way too casual. And then he says, let your past fade away. That doesn't sound like grief or anything you should really say to someone that lost a loved one. You know what I mean? But also, Orb is the type of guy that creates animatronics to be abused and then runs a park that pollutes everything below and doesn't seem to care. So honestly, I wouldn't put it beside him if he just does not care that his wife died. It'd almost be poetic if she died from the park's pollution, blue lungs. Whatever happened clearly affected Olivia deeply. She doesn't really show normal emotions or sympathy. She was raised around a man obsessed with machines and money, never taught the value of real love or family. And here's where we get the meta. Dana Terrence, the creator, worked at Disney. You can see the influence with all the Disney princess and the theme park symbolism. Dana has spoken about how the toxic environment was, how execs would crush creators' visions just to make more money. That's exactly what we see with Olivia. She sees Gwen not as a person, but as a toy, something to control. Her servants are literally plushy animatronics. Her comfort comes from toys, not real human connection. So yeah, Olivia is just messed up, and she's a spoiled nepotism baby on top of that. So yeah, she just uses creators' art just for her own amusement. You know, it's kind of like Disney. And unlike her father just trying to make money, she doesn't even need more money. She just abuses Gwen just for the love of the game. I feel like we'll learn the full story about her mother soon, but I feel like our best guess is just that either she just died or she just lost the divorce. Either or, that child is fucked. But for now, Olivia's obsession with Gwen just comes down to control power. I just seen a lot of people online just kind of like ask what's wrong with her or why she's so obsessed. I don't think there's any more real deep reason besides she's just a spoiled person. And that's it for the parks. If you caught anything else that I missed, let me know down in the comments. More videos coming soon because I'm working on it. Until next time, Yakuza out.